Hi, my name is Willa. I have Tourette syndrome, and if you've seen me for a while, you probably know that I have tattoos. A lot of people have questions about how I get those, because obviously I have Tourette's. I'm gonna tick. What happens if I tick and jerk and stuff like that? So I'm going to be answering those questions. I've made a video in the past about the actual process of getting a tattoo. I've took people into the tattoo shop with me. I answered questions about it, but I'm going to do that here and now because a lot of people have been having questions about it lately that either haven't seen the video or just have more questions. So I'm going to cover exactly how I safely and comfortably get my tattoos. So the first thing is preparation. I tell my artist ahead of time. At this point, I go to the same artist for all of my tattoos, so it's a baseline understanding that I have Tourette's, but the first time I ever went to her, I said, hey, I have Tourette's, does this work for you? Here's how it's gonna go. I need to make sure that you're okay with that. And she was, and so I went, and the process was incredibly great. She was so good about it, and stuff like that, and so here's how I get my actual tattoos. One, the morning of, I don't drink any caffeine. Ignore that, I was sick. I don't drink any caffeine. I make sure that I get a good breakfast and water and stuff like that, which is just normal tattoo etiquette to make sure you don't get lightheaded or anything. I make sure not to do anything that I know kind of sets my tics off and stuff like that. And then I will also take sometimes something called propranolol, which is a medication that I take as needed for tic attacks or when I need to not be ticking as much. So I'll do that. And then during the actual appointment, I will suppress my tics as much as I can because I get something called a premonitory urge, which is where I know that I'm going to tick, and I either get it a split second to a few seconds before. And so I will say, hey, I need a break. I will let my tics out once we take that break and then start the process over again. And so essentially that is how I get my tattoos. I communicate with my artist very heavily and just say, hey, I need a break. She stops tattooing. I get my tics out. I wait until I feel comfortable enough to suppress again, and then we continue until the tattoo is done. And so far I haven't had any problems with it. All my tattoos have come out very well. And yeah, so I love my artist, I love my tattoos, and this is the newest addition. I love her a lot. It's Talia, the Greek muse, and I'm very happy with how she turned out. I'm very happy with the style, so yeah.